Good morning. I am going to be reading some daily meditation for people of color by Elena Benzette. And I'm not going by this particular day because I think this is pretty interesting. It talks about think wrongly if you please, but in all cases, think for yourself. How important is that? It's very important. Now I'm going to read on the comment that she wrote. Now, it says one of the many things that drive parents crazy about their children is that their children like to think for themselves. That's pretty much what I'm going through right now. My my children are turning to adults. They're young adults now. I'm not going to say adults. They're young adults, and they want to start things for themselves. And I have to because that's how you turn into an adult. And thinking for yourself comes with responsibilities, big responsibilities, that they're not quite yet to fess up with. Because if something go wrong, Mama, to the rescue, okay? So, to help myself and to help them, I'm going to try to ease them into this transition. Now, parents do not like that, which I just said. Most of the time, parents do not understand why children believe as they do. They may also feel threatened when the children do not say things the right way. That is the parents' way. Parents have experience. They believe children do not. Parents know the dangers and the traps in life. Children seem not to care. Parents believe that if children are left to their own devices, they will destroy themselves. Parents need to realize the difference between discipline and thinking, disobedience and thinking, disrespect and thinking. Children are just people living through a smaller body. They must learn to express themselves, to understand who they are, and grow into who they are through their own thoughts. Just because your children do not think as you do does not mean they're wrong. And that is true. And I have found that when I talk to my children, I tell them through examples, through things I've experienced, and the consequences of certain actions. And I leave it up to them because you have choices. And I always tell them, think it through. Think about the worst that can happen. Are you willing to deal with that? You know. And now that they're driving, I try to drive with them at least once or twice a week to see how they're driving, how their car looking, and just to give a little pointers, you know, turn your lights on every time you get in the car, just things like that. You know, just to let them know that Mama loves you, Mama cares about you, and Mama wants you to be a young adult that turns into a older adult. So that's some good information, I think it is. Because when you're dealing with children becoming young adults, it's a very delicate situation. And as it is with any relationship, when you meet a man or a woman, you friends, and then it turns into something else, are you willing to deal with that transition? Okay. Now, I'm gonna say a few things about my relationship that I'm going through right now. Now,